of this was decided.
You really think you can change the future?
All of this was decided.
The truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear.
Good tidings, ladies and gentlemen of the Lodge, and welcome back. Today we are serving up another Kingdom Hearts video, this one revolving all around Master Eraqus and whether or not he may appear in Quadratum. For those of you who stick around this channel, you know that we have explored the idea and chances that Xehanort, or more specifically, a young Xehanort, will appear to us in Quadratum or the world of fiction. So, seeing as there is enough discussion surrounding Master Xehanort to go around, I feel that it is high time that we measure Master Eraqus and his chances of appearing in Quadratum, the world of fiction, or the Lost Masters arc. So if that is enough to pique your interest, my friend, then prepare yourself as we dive deep into the world of Kingdom Hearts, Quadratum, and Master Eraqus. Alright, first things first, we have to qualify Master Eraqus for the ability to appear in Quadratum in the first place. And as we have learned through various channels in Kingdom Hearts, Quadratum can serve as an afterlife for the characters on the Kingdom Hearts side of reality. Seeing both Eraqus and Xehanort die and move on at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 has to leave us posturing whether or not they will appear in Quadratum. Of course, we have both Sora and Strelitzia, who for all intents and purposes can be considered dead, both appearing on the other side of reality in Quadratum. So seeing as Xehanort and Eraqus have both moved on in this way, it is worth questioning whether or not they will appear there as well. Next, we gotta talk about one of the most important factors when it comes to Eraqus' appearance, and that is, he is the one initiating this game between the Foretellers and Sora. Or perhaps the Foretellers and the Guardians. Again, we see Xehanort and Eraqus' game of chess, which symbolized the battle of light and darkness in the Dark Seeker saga, come to an end. But then right away we see Eraqus ignite a new game. Seeing as Eraqus is the one who initiated this game, we have to consider that he may, in one way or another, have some kind of impact or presence in the Lost Masters arc. On a more lighthearted note, let's talk about the line of evidence that points to the fact that Eraqus' name is an anagram for Square. This was a reference not only to Square Enix, but his design and appearance is based on Hamaguchi, the father of Final Fantasy himself. When we consider that Eraqus' name is an anagram for Square, that Quadratum is the Latin word for Square, that this is all pinned by Square Enix, we have to again consider whether or not this can be seen as a line of evidence for Eraqus appearing in Quadratum in the Lost Masters arc. Maybe it's all coincidence, or maybe it was all by design. The next thing that we have to consider is that Eraqus is a part of Brain's bloodline, and seeing how big bloodlines are supposed to be in Missing Link in the future of the saga, this is something we cannot ignore, especially when we consider that Brain's playing the long game. He wishes to be a virus in the Master System, seemingly in a way that Eraqus was a virus in Xehanort's system and plan. When we consider that Brain more than likely is still in play and will have influence over the Lost Masters arc, we have to consider if his descendant Eraqus in any way can be a part of these plans. And the last thing I will bring up is something that Xehanort himself would tell you. Eraqus is one sly fox. And seeing as Eraqus is one sly fox who has a way of appearing and influencing things in ways that we didn't know, we have to consider again if that sly fox will strike again, only this time in the world of fiction. So there you have it. Between Eraqus dying and moving on to the afterlife, qualifying him for Quadratum, him being a part of Brain's bloodline and Brain having influence over the Lost Masters arc, his name being an anagram for Square, and Quadratum being the Latin term for Square, with Eraqus being the one to initiate this game itself, and with him usually appearing side by side with Xehanort in one way or another, we have to consider that the likelihood for Eraqus appearing in Quadratum seems to be pretty good. Now, me personally, I think I give it a 50-50 chance. I'm not convinced that he's destined to appear, in the same way that maybe I believe Xehanort is destined to appear, but at the same time, I give Eraqus a 50-50 shot of appearing in Quadratum in one way or another. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think. Do you think it's possible that we see Eraqus appear in Quadratum Do you think it's possible that he will either be working in Brain's grand master plan of stopping the Master, or if he's sort of just acting as a proxy to Xehanort to make sure he stays out of trouble? Either way, I want to know what you think, and whether or not you agree with me saying he's got a 50-50 chance of appearing in Quadratum. But anyway, with all of that said, you sickos and normies, be good out there, be good to yourselves and each other, and I will see all of you beautiful sickos and normies next time.